From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth. At my bar, of course, Tommy Max, where everybody's welcome. New friends, old friends, all kinds of friends are able to sit right here and give us an update of what's going on in their world. Brought to you by our good friends at All Dry Services of Southeast Jacksonville. Old friends are back. We're going to talk a little business, might talk a little whiskey, might talk a little football, because you never know with this crowd. Let's welcome them in. Tom Reber is up first. Tom, welcome back. How are you, my man?
I'm doing better than
most. Good to see you.
I'm glad to be here, Coach.
You're with Planet Home Lending.
Yes,
You're
sir.
in the mortgage business. Yeah. You're part of the Daily News Network.
Yes.
You're just all around town, man.
You know, I love
see you again.
being all around town, and it's great to be here. Cheers.
Heck
Thanks
yeah.
for having me back.
Troy, good to see you again, my man. We'll introduce you in a sec.
No doubt.
Yeah, let's do it now. He's back.
I have whiskey keeping me company.
There you go. How are you, my friend? Good to see you, Troy. Welcome back. I know the success of April 1 is really taken off. And listen, you guys are in business for yourselves, right, man? You got to eat what you kill. You got to produce. You got to get it done each and every day. Any secrets to success that you would throw out there for people?
I'm going to say this. Make sure that you check the first box for yourself every day. Get your first win for yourself, build momentum, get after it, and make the first call your toughest call. Jump on it hard early.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you want to get the bull, be ready for the horns and get after it. Because I like to say you have to have that one difficult, hard call because, oh my gosh, if you get it, Troy, holy mackerel, the rest of the day is even easier. If you don't get it, you have to have the eye of the tiger to get back in the game.
Absolutely.
So I like to say hit your hardest one first, and then the rest is easy.
Yeah. How about you, Troy? What are you thinking?
I would agree on that hardest one first thing.
Yes, sir.
That's kind of one of those things you wake up and get that hardest thing done first for the day.
Yes, sir.
And then the rest of your day is easy. And it's seemed to work out. And it's even questions.
Yeah.
If you have that hard question to ask, and that was kind of one of my big things. Example is when I moved to the big game, it was like, are we ready for it? Can we do it? Will they respond to us?
Right.
And the only way to find out,
go for
make
it.
that call.
Jump on
and
it.
do on it, and it worked out. And it's happened to me many times.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people sit back and go, just do it.
That's right. Yeah, don't hem and haw.
Yeah, don't hem and
You got
haw.
to do your homework. You got to be prepared. You know, it's like playing a football game. You better be prepared, better be in condition, better be ready to go.
That's right.
Right? No different than in business. I know for me, I like because we got to establish relationships, connectability, all that stuff. I start at the top and let them trickle me down. I don't start at the gatekeeper because they may not let you up. You know what I mean?
It's a true story.
But it's true. But you know, you get to the CEO or CFO, and he's like, you know, okay, well, talk to my VP. Then you're like, okay, at least she's giving me a little bit, or she's giving me a little bit.
That's from the street. That's called bootstrapping your way to the top and getting there. Because a lot of times when you go to the gatekeeper, they're trained to tell you no.
Right.
And if you get told no 4 or 5 times, you quit. Well, if you rewire it and go the upside down and turn it upside down and go from the top down, the odds of winning are much better.
Just look, you definitely, as quick as you get in that door, you'll be thrown out just as quick if you're not prepared and ready to go. Like, you just got to just go for it, but be prepared to do it because that CEO or that CFO will be like, okay, now you're wasting my time.
100%.
And you can't be wasting my time.
You'll learn something from it, too.
You will.
Something good, something bad. You'll be like, I know not to do that again.
Hey, here's the great news. You learn a lot more from being told no than you get told yes.
Yeah.
Because the people that get easy yeses only get one.
Yeah,
if you want to get a lot of yeses, you get told no, you're going to be able to get in there.
Look, especially in sales, no means not right now. It's just not good time right now. You handle it with grace. All right, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Could I check back in 3 to 6 months? Normally, they're like, yeah, I really appreciate you handling it that way. Instead of like freaking out, going in your car and crying, or calling your mom, or whatever you have to do to get over the tough days. But no means not right now, man. Just handle it with grace, and which means handle your victories with some humility. You want to go into a private room and scream like, that's fantastic. But when you're out in public, you got couth, man. You're like, I'm very happy, but I got more to do.
Win with class.
And keep going.
Yes,
with
sir.
Class. Win with class.
Yes, sir.
Lots of small victories until the war's not over yet. So
that's right. That's right. All right, let's talk ball real quick, shall we? How are we feeling about it, Jackson? I've been to every that they allow. They don't allow the media at every OTA, but I've been to a bunch of OTAs. Went to every minicamp practice. From what you guys are hearing,
yes, sir.
How are you feeling about the team?
I'm uber optimistic. I love it. Uber optimistic. I'm uber optimistic. We have a Duval at the helm.
Duval.
We have a Duval at the helm, which gives us a different feel and a different flavor. But let me tell you something, that quiet intensity that's coming around, confidence is happening. You're getting a little bit of what we call control swagger on the field. Everybody looks good with no pads, right? Everybody looks like Tarzan, and when the pads goes on, you know who the real players are.
That's right.
So I'm looking for that dog. Who's going to be our dog this year? I mean,
well, they're saying, look, the intangibly rich, quote that James Gladstone, the GM, has been saying is they want people that love football.
Yes, sir.
That's number one. I don't want to hear about your brand.
Nope.
I don't want to hear about your podcast.
Nope.
I don't want to hear about your wife.
Nope.
I want to hear about this. I want to hear about you getting ready to help us win on Sundays. And I think that's a little of the old school that I'm looking forward to. And I will tell you this, I heard Baselli say it. Training camp is going to be as physical as the league allows, which we haven't seen in a long time.
I'm glad
we're going back to some old school, which
great.
I like.
I like old school. I think there's a lot of, especially on the fan side of things, I think there's a lot of good hype. I mean, we got a new stadium going in. They broke ground. So that brings some excitement to the game.
Yes, sir.
And then everybody's excited for that. And then, as you said, we got some new players out there. We made some changes in the organization. New coach coming in. Do I think we're going to the Super Bowl this year? No.
No, I don't either. They got to double the wins. Is that fair?
Yeah.
4 to 8.
Absolutely.
And that's got to be the minimum, in my opinion. I know it's hard to do, but think about the games we lost last year. It wasn't physical. It was mental. It was not being prepared.
100%.
It was that. So I think they clean all that up. You're going to at least get 6.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they get at least 8. At least that's what I'm expecting.
I would think so too. Once the team gets rolling, and everybody's happy, and people are figuring out who's doing what their jobs are, and they all commit. It's just like in the military. This is like, all right, you guys are together so much, you're playing so much together, you can anticipate what that person's going to do, and they're going to see it. And they're like, all right, I know he's going to do this, I know they're going to do that, and I think it's going to be.
But in that analogy, the commander's got to be on point. So number 16 better be on point.
Yes, sir.
Because if he's not on point.
He's got to do some studying.
QB1's got to get it done.
That's right.
QB1's got to get it done. I watched a playoff game just for sport the other day, the 2017 Jags Pittsburgh game.
Wow.
I went up there and took care of business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I want another player like Calais Campbell, the mayor.
Yeah.
I want somebody. He inspired people that didn't get along to get along.
That's
he
right.
brought the most out of those players around him.
Well, let's see if they
I
got
need some players like that. That's what I'm talking about, a dog. Not somebody who's jumping over, but somebody who brings high tide, all boats, and inspires you to give a little bit more.
And consistently
Yes, sir.
performs at a high level,
Yes, sir.
not up and down and all around, just every week
Yes,
you're
sir.
just crushing it.
Yeah.
Like you do in business.
That's right.
Or at least try to.
Every day.
Hey, and if you don't have that good week, that's okay. Learn from it. And let's start a new week on Monday.
That's right.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Yes,
Appreciate it. Always a good time when my friends show up at my bar. You can see Tom's profile, see Troy's profile as well, and you can watch this conversation and so many others right from Tommy Mac's Bar. Go to dailynewsnetwork.com website. Till next time, stay safe and be cool out there, and we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
My name is Todd Marshall, and I own All Dry Services of Southeast Jacksonville. We serve all of Northeast Florida. Every day our business is doing the more mundane, but yet sometimes catastrophic issues. These can be plumbing leaks, they can be sewage backups. A bathtub overflows, somebody leaves the sink running. So we have a 24/7 response. If you call us, you're going to get a live person, and you try to get out there as quick as possible so that we can minimize the damage.